All right, I am live. Got lots of things to talk about today. Um, First, got a cup of coffee, and it's good. You know, why don't I change hats? Why don't I change hats? Well, that needs to be said. Different hats. Got one on the porch. I'm gonna quit talking kind of mad at the people that sit on the porch and don't talk to me. I just got a gift today from a fellow that, what did I do with that card? Right there. I got this card today. It's a Christmas card. And it says to me, Merry Christmas and best wishes for the holiday season. Blessings for you this coming year. And then down right here in the corner, he's got his name. And then he says, on the porch. So he may be one of those sitting on the porch. Hey, love bug. And also, what did I do with it? We couldn't afford batteries. And I mentioned that on one of my other live streams. And the fellow, I don't know who sent me these, but it's a 4 pack of 9-volt batteries. So got no excuse now. We have to get Donovan in here tomorrow and see if he can reach that and put a new battery. Well, actually, we should put fresh batteries in all of them. I think we got about 4 here. But also, this wasn't all that come in the package. If you look right over my left shoulder, you'll see 2 big boxes. One is Quaker Instant Oatmeal. The other one is Quaker Grits. And I'm not sure. Let me look and see how many's in that thing. There's 44 packs in each box. Also, there were some vitamins, and there's a package with about 5 pair of reading glasses in it. I got one. No, this is my old one still on. It's bent back there. It hurts my ear. And a bag of vitamin C drops, and also has something else in it. It's not cough drops. It's vitamin drops. But I don't know who it came from. It come by way of Amazon. So I don't know. I don't know who. Uh, I I didn't know that beeping sound was that loud on here. It just beeped again. But we'll get it. We'll get it fixed for my next live stream. But I don't know who sent me this stuff. I don't have a clue. But there was the batteries, the oatmeal, the grips, the eyeglasses. Oh, and the drink mix I've been mixing in water. Well, I got 2 boxes of this Sun Kit, and there's 40 packs in each box. That means 40. That's 80 packs. So that means I'll get 160 drinks out of that 80 packs. Because I don't take the full strength. I make 2 bottles out from 1 pack. So I don't know who sent it. But whoever sent it, thank you so daggone much. I appreciate it so much. Also, today in the mail, I can't show you this. This was in the Christmas card. It's a check. But just like the last person sent me a check, I can't cash it. I'll have to. His name is Ted Soldaniels. Soldanels. And he's from Indiana. And he's the one that sits on the porch all the time. So I'm going to see if I can get him to send me another check to replace this one, but have it with Jennifer's name on it, Jennifer Pearson. Because, folks, as you know, my ID disappeared. I don't have any ID. And I need to picture out. Now, there's a PN, this is on PNC Bank. And PNC, we got 3 of them PNC banks here in town. But they won't cash it for me because I don't have a picture ID. I mean, I know that without even going over there. There's a check cashing place in town. We already called them. They they would cash it if somebody there with picture ID could vouch for it being me, but they won't they want a third of it. Ain't gonna do that. I'll just see if I can get Ted to send me another check. And Ted, if you're on there watching this, uh, please send me another check with Jennifer Pearson's name on it. And then she can cash it and give me the money. And if we get that done, then I can get me a new computer. Because I've got just a tiny bit of money in PayPal right now. It's always best to send me funds through PayPal, through my tip jar. And you don't have to have a PayPal account to do that. You can do that with any debit card, any credit card you have. But Ted, and I'm going to mention this again a little bit later in the video here. I was surprised that I'm not tell you how much it is. He may not want me to tell you how much it is. But it would go a long ways in helping me get another computer. And I can't believe you sent me to whoever. I don't know who sent it. Was it Ted? Ted, if you're watching, just say, yep, it was me. I know it wasn't me. I know the check is from Ted. But anytime y'all send me funds by check, make the check out to Jennifer Pearson. Because I don't know, because I can get a new ID and everything, but it's going to take, I've got to get a state ID card and all that stuff. And that's up around $30. But I appreciate the card, Ted. I really do. You just keep sitting on that porch. And Ted is from the Hoosier State. Do y'all know what the Hoosier State is? There's a song about that state. It goes something like this. Back home again in Indiana. And I don't know the rest, but that's how. Back home again in Indiana. Um, I won't tell you the town. He might not want that information out there. But for me, it's been, I got this package. And yes, in the morning, I'm going to have a bowl of grits. Let's see. This thing here is about to die on me. In about 20 minutes, it's going to be dead. It won't work anymore because the sensor on my arm, it expires after 10 days and 12 hours. But it's 1:58. It's going down. I ate a bowl of soup, that homemade soup with potatoes in it. And that's what made it go up. Plus, there's a can of Bruce's yams in there in the refrigerator. They're in the can. I open the can, the lid's still on it, sort of. And every once in a while, I go in there and pluck me out one of them pieces of yam. And that also makes my blood sugar go up. And I'm telling you folks, probably nobody's picking the cans up out there at the curb. So I took them around back. And I still got some under the table on the deck. Tomorrow I'm going to take them around back. And I got several buckets, and I'm going to smash the cans and put them in the buckets. It don't look too trashy that way. And the rent's been paid for this month. And I'm assuming since she accepted the rent, she no longer wants us to move out, which is a load off my mind. I've got to get a cotton picking haircut. Because when I do that, what is that? I don't see it. When I brush my hair back, no, that don't do no good. No, that don't do no good. I have to show y'all a picture of me back when I thought I was cool and hot stuff. I had long hair down below my ears. And I started growing a mustache when I did that. And I walked into my mother-in-law's house, and my sister-in-law was sitting there gagged. She passed away now. And she sat one and looked at me, and she started laughing. And she said, "You look like Meathead." And Meathead was what Archie Bunker called his son-in-law. Uh, Dang, I can't believe I forgot his name. Michael Stewart. And I guess I sort of did. But that's back when all of the family was on and everything. That's been a while. But anybody on the porch that wants to come in and say howdy, and folks, give me some thumbs up. Love bug, give me a thumbs up. And I promise my next video, the beacon will be gone. Will be gone. But it must be somebody that's been watching my live stream, because that's what I've been talking about. The beeping and he heard. It wasn't you, was it, Love Bug? But somebody sent me that box. I was so tickled to see that. But I'm out of grips. I had 3 or 4 more packs of oatmeal. And I found that if I just eat 1 pack of oatmeal like that in the morning, it doesn't get my sugar anywhere above about 175. If I eat 2, it goes to 235, and that's too much. And I know y'all gonna say, don't mess with the cans. Well, I picked those up out at the curb, brought them around back, put them in buckets, and tomorrow that's what I'm gonna do. I also picked up a bag of nice windmill. Yes, ma'am, it sure is, Mackenzie. Have you decided what you can do about your job situation there? Yeah, you're a dear. Uh, that's tough. You talk about them laying off 50 people. How many people do they have working in there? But I've never, only time I've been terminated or fired from a job was when I was at Walmart, and I've been there a year and a half, and a new assistant store manager come on there, and it was right after my wife had passed away, and boy, she didn't like me. She didn't like me because I was hearing impaired, which everybody knows. And when they hired me in there in orientation, they talked about me wearing hearing aids and was not going to be able to hear the pages. And I told them sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. So they said, well, what we'll do is have you carry one of the radios around where you can hear the radio, right? I said, yeah. So that was the deal. But they never got me a radio. And this new manager come in there and got all up my face one day when I didn't hear a page. And she said, I'm sick and tired of you not hearing the pages. Said, I can't deal with you not hearing the pages. And I told her then, I said, well, Trish, what do you want me to do? And a week later, they fired me. And that was all her doing. Now, I could have got a lawyer and sued the crap out of them because they hired me in there with a disability and they fired me for that disability. So I could have burned them a new one. Probably quite a few $1,000s. But I didn't do it. I didn't need money back then. But I sure wished I had it now. Come on, folks, give me some thumbs up. And Ted, I hope you're on. I want you to hear me. I got the check, but I can't cash it because I don't have no photo, no picture ID of any kind. You know, all my ID disappeared on me about 2 or 3 months ago, and I need the college has went private ownership. Okay, now it went dead. Reading stops soon in 29 minutes. 29 minutes to be dead. Oh, and you know, this Sun's Kiss drink mixes, this God, I thought it said on here what kind they have. It had, oh, it's got strawberry, grape, orange, and peach. The peach I like, the grape I like better, but I like grape, the peach, and the strawberry. The orange, not a fan particularly, but I'll drink it. I wonder, I didn't know you could get them like with 40, because you know, the ones my daughter's been getting, it's only got 10 in it. So I'm set for about a month or maybe more. Hey, folks, come on, give me a thumbs up, please. I need it. And yeah, folks, if anybody out there sends me funds by check, the check needs to be made out to Jennifer Pearson because I don't have no idea. I can't cash it. And used to, she could scan that check on her checking account and scan the front and the back, and they would put it in her account. But that they got rid of that feature. I guess somebody was abusing it somehow or another. I don't know. But I know we had done it before. But the one I got recently from I can't believe I forgot her. Her name was Sandy something. Sandy, I forgot. But Sandy, if you're watching, I appreciate her. I still appreciate it. And she replaced the check with cash. Well, was I supposed to say that? I can't remember. But I was so glad to see this check. And I thought, well, I could let Donovan take it to the bank and cash it because his name's the same as mine. And but he doesn't have his name on his ID is a little different than what's on his check. So that killed that. And I got the craziest thing. Which cat is that? What are you doing? Let me get in that box. Go ahead, get in there. A while ago, I was sitting down here, and one of them little black kittens come in here and jumped up on my back and was sitting on top of my head. And I grabbed my camera, but when I grabbed my camera, she jumped off my head. Then another one, I thought the same one, but it was a different black kitten, come in here and jumped up on top of my monitor and was sitting there looking over the monitor at me. make good cat. When the cats is in my video and stuff, I get more views. I don't know if it's because of the cats or what, but I've had a pretty good day. Dang gone. Got that check. Got that friend package. I wish I knew you sent that. But I know it's somebody that's been watching my videos because they knew about the batteries that I needed for the smoke detector. They knew I was getting real low on my stuff. I think I mentioned that a couple of days ago. And they know I was getting low on oatmeal, and they know I was out of grit. If it wouldn't make my blood sugar go up, I would have me a bowl of grits tonight, but I know it would make my blood sugar go up. Uh, who keeps sending me the, 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 the heart? Somebody keeps sending me hearts. Yeah, I wonder who that is. McKinney said she'll be looking for work after the holiday. You had to pay $45 to update your resume? Couldn't you have done that? I had a lady apply to me one time for a seamstress job, and it was really impressive. And I hired her. And I started noticing she was not experienced as she was saying she was. Turns out she had only worked about 6 months as a seamstress at another shop. And I called her out on that. In other words, she lied on the resume. She must have made the resume up herself. And I was going to cut her loose. And then she started crying. I said, all right, I'm not going to pay you what you hired in for. After you work another about 6 more months with me and it's going all right, I'll raise you right back up to what we started you out at. And I cut $1 off of $1 an hour. I was paying her, I think at that time I was paying her like $4 or $5 an hour, and I cut her down to 4. But 6 months later, I give her that dollar back. Then she worked about a year, and I raised her another $1.50 an hour. She turned out to be a good seamstress. I tell you, I didn't like to let anybody go. But if they done something that was so grievous, like stealing from us, stealing stuff, taking it out of the shop, taking it home. Because a lot of those seamsters, they have a machine at home, and they do work at home. same kind of work we were doing in our shop, but they were doing it on the side. And I caught one time. She was stealing thread and G bobbins. We had these disposable G bobbins. They were like 144 bobbins in a box, and the box cost around $15. A big spool of upholstery thread, depending on the colors, they were 1 pound spools. A lot of thread on them things. The last time I bought thread, it was up almost $20 a spool. And you couldn't just buy one spool of thread. You had to have black, brown, tan, blue, burgundy. You had to have there's about 9 different colors that you absolutely had to have, and that was just the sewing thread that normally that you sew the fabric with. But the other stuff, you had to have Nymo, which is a synthetic thread, and it's translucent, and you sewed all the stuff with that, and it didn't matter about the color. Those were fairly expensive, but it just I never liked to let anybody go. And once when I realized I gotta let somebody go, I don't, I don't, I'm not one of those that waits till she comes in the morning to go to work and tell her she's terminated. I tell her the evening that she clocks out. I tell them we discuss it, and I tell them I have to let her go, so she don't have to come back in the next morning and then be told she can't, because she just wasted the gas money getting there and everything. Plus, when I tell them they're terminated, I don't tell them in front of my other employees or anything. I try to say to them it's kind of embarrassing to be let go like that, but they told us 5 minutes before we were clocking out to go. See, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in doing stuff like that. You know something that really bothers me right now? If I'm out and about and I bump into one of my ex-employees, it's embarrassing as crap because they're still working, they got a livelihood, and I'm sitting in the wheelchair, dirt poor. It's embarrassing. And they usually the first thing they're so shocked that I'm in a wheelchair. They're so shocked that I don't have still have a shop going or something. But it is what it is. But Ted, are you on? If you are, tell me, sir, and send me Ted, send me an email to trashdogger at gmail.com and tell me if you can do that. Send me another check, and I'll just forward this one out, but make it out to Jennifer Pearson. Man, I've got to get my ID straight. And that's what's holding me up on getting a wheelchair. And by the way, folks, all y'all that got upset at me about talking panhandling, forget about it. I can't do that. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But I would still like to be able to. Well, I tried to be, I helped several of employees over the years that had a problem. I had one girl one time. Uh, Her car took a dump, and it was cost way more than she could pay to get it fixed, and she was gonna have to quit because she lived out of town, and she was crying all out. And I took her out there, got her in my van, took her down here to this used car lot that's down the street from here. It was called Sphinx, and bought her a car. Paid at that time $1,000 got you a pretty good car, used car, but bought her that car, and so she had a way to get back and forth to work. And I held a little bit out of her check every week, and she paid it out. She was a good employee. Her name was Laura. Was it Laura? Yeah, Laura. And turns out she was the niece of another furniture shop owner that fired her. And I knew the man, and I asked him, I said, what happened with you and Laura? He said, he talked like she expected better treatment than he gave to the rest of the employees, but he was hard on his employees. But she was a good seamstress. Good, matter of fact, she could do other things too in the shop. If I need a big run of buttons made, you see buttons in pillows and sofa backs and stuff. You always had to have buttons made. She'd go around. She could run that button machine faster than I could. I wish I had one of them button machines right now. I sure do. Not for making buttons, but for crushing little charges and stuff and getting the copper out of them. Because you put them under that thing to pull that handle out, it'll crush it. I guess I could get an arbor press pretty cheap over at Harbor Freight. Well, I could if I had the money, but I don't have the money. And Ted, just so you know, my friend, uh, that check, the money on that check is going to certainly help me get another computer. Whether 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 I want to call, I want to, what the heck is the name of it? What am I on here? Man, uh, golly, I hate that. Sometimes that makes me worry whether I am getting autistic or I don't got the name of that too. What is it old people? A lot of old people get. Dang, going. Uh, YouTube is what I was talking about. Whether YouTube pays me this month or not, but I got to find out how to get straight with them so they start paying me. Because I've got over $100 in there and they're not paying me. Alzheimer's, that was what I was thinking about. Lord, I don't want to get that. I mean, when you get real bad with Alzheimer's, I don't think, just looking at my mother-in-law, the way she was and everything, she wasn't miserable. She was in a good mood all the time, but she wasn't upset or miserable or anything. And I think that's when people's mind gets so far gone, they don't have enough sense. But Ted maybe she's a porch sitter because that's what he said on his card. Right there, boy, he's there, right there at the bottom. Maybe y'all can see that. Let me bend that car over. Maybe you see it. See down there at the bottom where it says, not his name, then Ted Porch Sitter on the porch. So, you know what? Since he don't get on there and talk to me and things, that's gonna make me appreciate them porch sitters a whole lot more. Folks, give me some thumbs up, please. Somebody just come on the porch now. Give me thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. I don't. Is the ads working? Is the ads coming in on this thing? I can't tell. But but I think when I sign off on the live stream, it goes on my channel. But I don't know if people that come on there just to see it that it wasn't on the live stream. I don't know whether that counts as ads or not. I don't know. Got Aid on the porch. Ted, are you there? I appreciate you so much, sir. I wish you would tell me yes or no. I said I don't know. But tell them, let me say it again in case you just come in. Uh, I don't have, you know what? Hey, Jay, ah, ask Mama what's my bank account on. I just happen to think I've got a bank account. I could sign that check and deposit it. I think. I'll check into that tomorrow. I'll check into that tomorrow. But when my Jennifer thinks somebody stole it off my scooter because when I'm out riding around, I had it hanging on a chain on my scooter bar, and she thinks somebody stole it off of there. I think I lost it. I don't know where. The only thing I got now that's anything like an ID is my Aetna insurance card. Got my name on it and my ID number, but it's not a picture ID. But I was going to certainly need that. But I need to get started where I can start getting those over the counter meds again. Matter of fact, if I'm still set up to do that, which I'm not right now, I could get a new glucometer and not have to worry about the VA doing it. But I'm not, I don't know what's going on with this. Watch this thing here, I'm going to say. When I turn it on, stick a strip in, that's what it says, set. Now what the heck does that mean? Then it goes to zero. What's that mean? I don't know. I'll have to check into that later. That may work. I wish I could reach up there and reach that smoke detector. And the thing about these mixed drinks, uh, a lot of the medical people say don't drink diet sodas. They're bad for diabetes. And I don't know, it's flavored water. Any Pepsi or Coke, it's flavored water. But Pepsi and Cokes are carbonated. These here are not carbonated. Now, you could get one of them soda stream machines, you can make you a drink of some kind and stick it in that up on that machine, and it'll squirt some soda water like in there, and it carbonates it. You could carbonate these, but what I was thinking, if 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 Pepsi is bad for me, Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke, and they're sweetening them with, is that what's bad for you? I think these, I think the sweetener in these are aspartame. I'm not sure, but it's just something I have to. Who's living darn now? You can go to your driver's license bureau and get an ID like a driver's license, but it's just an ID. ID. My late husband does that. Well, thank you so much, Linda. That's the plan. I'm not getting a driver's license yet. I've got to get a state ID, but it's going to cost a little over $30 to do it. $30 I don't have. I mean, I got I only actually I only got about $20. I've got this check here, but I can't convert that to cash because I don't have the ID. I can't go to the Social Security place and get a new uh, Medicare card because I don't have an ID, a picture ID. And I can remember when I turned 15, Daddy went and registered me to get a uh, Social Security number. And back then, nowadays, almost right as soon as your child is born, it gets a Social Security number. Uh, Things was a lot different back in the 50s, and even in the 60s and 70s, you could walk into a bank and tell them you want to open a checking account, and no ID whatsoever required. You just tell them your social security number, or And you can be any number you want to spit out there. You don't have to show them a card. You don't have to show no ID or anything. And you get an account open. It used to be like that. I can remember when an ATM machine up in North Carolina where we lived up in the mountains, the closest ATM was like 30 miles away. And that was at a bank. You didn't see no ATMs in stores or anything. Things are a lot different now. A lot different. You didn't you didn't have to be if you was go catch a plane, go somewhere, you didn't have to go through no checklist or anything, give no out. You give any name you want to give them. And they didn't start doing security checks and stuff till after that stuff. People started hijacking planes, going to Cuba and places like that. And that one guy got on a plane and hijacked it and told them they was going to land somewhere and they wanted, I forget, it was a lot of cash he wanted. And they brought the cash on board and the plane took off again. And then the plane was the kind that the back door was a ramp that went down and he parachuted out of the plane. Never found him or anything. People think he got killed because years later they found some of the money with the serial numbers on it with heavy water damage. And they think he probably died. Cooper, that was his last name. But after all that started happening, things changed. And now you go in the airport, you get on a plane, you're going to be checked out good. Uh, D.B. Cooper, yep, that's who it was. D.B. Cooper. The things have changed. Um, I remember when I wanted to open a checking account, and I said, well, don't I have to have a driver's license? They said no, and I was like 15. So I went to the bank and opened a checking account. I put $20 in. I used my name, but they never looked at any ID or any social security number or nothing. And I had that checking account. But that's unreal that you could do that. But you can't do it now. You can't do it now. And up in the mountains years ago in North Carolina, if somebody in the family died, they would make him a coffin. You know, they'd put a little soft quilling or something in the bottom and the pillow and put the dead person in that. They'd have a weight. The coffin would sit there in the house open or sit out in the yard open. And then they'd have the funeral. They'd take him down to the local cemetery and bury him. And back then you were supposed to register that as dead. Yeah, I'm gonna see about that tomorrow. There must be some way I make a deposit. Um, I might can. But they didn't. Lots of times it'd be months before they tell the county seat that he died. And now, when you die now at the hospital, or when you go to the funeral home, or when you die in the hospital, they immediately file this form, and it goes straight to Social Security. Has, and Social Security knows right away. And unless you happen to die on the 29th or the 1st, the money's already been sent to you. So you get it. But if you die about 5 days prior to that, that money ain't coming on the 1st. And my dad-in-law, bless his heart, he he couldn't wait till he could start drawing his Social Security. And he signed up. And when he got his first check. And a few days after he got his first check, he died. He only collected one Social Security check. I've been collecting Social Security since, I'm 83, uh, 83, 73, 63, over 20 years. Now, if I'd have kept my butt in the military and went on to Vietnam and stayed in the military for 20 years like I was planning on doing, uh, I would have been drawing a pension check ever since, uh, oh no, let's see, since about 1980. That's a lot of years. And I call that double dipping when you got getting a pension somewhere, plus you're drawing Social Security. Now, my Uncle Harold, my mama's brother, he stayed in the Navy for 21 years, retired and was drawing a pension. Then he went to work for college in Panama City, Florida, working for the state. And he worked that thing for 20 years. So he was drawing a pension off of the military, the Navy. He was drawing a pension off of the state of Florida, working at that college as a maintenance person. And then he was drawing his Social Security. So he was triple dipping. And he was making pretty good money. I don't know why. I never asked him. But yes, he talked about D.B. Cooper and airplane robbery. The old days were the good old days. Well, I think 30 years from now, people will be looking back on these days right now as the good old days. It only gets worse. I don't think it's ever going to get better. Never going to buy a loaf of bread for 12 cents again, or a quart of milk for 28 cents. or a pound of hamburger for 29 cents. Never see that again. You're making a lot more money, but it's costing a lot more money to survive. And it just seems like to me it should just stay the same. But if you couldn't get a raise, I don't know. That's kind of hard to wrap my head around. Hey, Isabel, how you doing, dear? Uh, Man, I could buy a big old Three Musketeer candy bar. Used to be a lot bigger than they are now. To buy one of them things for a nickel. To buy a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi Cola, a nickel. Uh, and milk, you couldn't buy milk in the grocery store. Milk and butter and eggs had to be delivered to your door, front door. They had a little metal cabinet thing that sit on your porch. And when the milkman come, he knew what your order was, and he set the milk and the butter in that little insulated cooler. And in the summertime, milk wasn't homogenized. It was pasteurized, but it wasn't homogenized. And what homogenized does, it mixes it up, blends it up. But if it's not homogenized, when the milk sits there an hour or two, all the cream goes to the top. And all you can see the line on there. The cream is a creamier color. What happened there? What the heck is that? What's going on with that? Age restriction. Before we can talk, you'll need there that come. I don't know what that was, but the cream would go to the top. And my mama, stinking rascal, she always skimmed the cream off the top, and she drank the cream. We drank the what do you call it? The the no cream in the milk. But most of the time, she would buy cans of I'm looking for a word again. The canned milk, carnation and pet evaporated milk. If you get a quart bottle, an empty milk quart bottle, and you pour that can of evaporated milk into that quart bottle, that quart bottle, and then she filled it up with water. So she diluted it, and she put just a little couple of drops of vanilla flavor in it to where we would like it. Most time we didn't get the regular milk. Yep, that's the way it was. You couldn't get by it. The grocery stores didn't sell it. Eggs, milk, butter, cottage cheese, anything dairy. The milkman delivered it. And Iceman used to come around every couple of days. And you had a sign in your window that turns, it had 25, 50, 75, and 100 on each end, had one of them numbers. And the pounds you wanted that day, you had the sign turn where the number was up, like it says 50 pounds. And he'd come on your porch, carry that 50-pound block of ice, and puts it in your refrigerator. It wasn't a refrigerator, it was an ice box. It sat in the top. It was the top door and it sat in there. And it kept things cool down in the bottom. It didn't freeze anything. And as it as it melted, there was a little hole down at the bottom of the refrigerator with a little pipe sticking out, and there was a drain pan under there, and the melted water goes in there. You'd have to go dump that every once in a while. But we was like that for a pretty good while. That's been years ago. Candy bars are too. Yeah. uh, well, the last time I had some change, I wanted to get me a Mountain candy bar. It was almost $2. And plus, the Mountain candy bars, those little pieces in there, they're nowhere near as big as they used to be. And it's just amazing how much stuff has changed. But I'm going to mention again in case Ted's on here. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to wait and see what I find out about my bank. I wonder if I can deposit it at my bank. 'Cause I know you got a bank account. You don't have to have an ID to make deposits. You have to have an ID to open the account. Mike can do that. But Ted, if you're on there, please let me know if you can send me another check just made out to Jennifer Pearson, and I'll void this one out. But if you can do that, let me know, and I'll know in the morning whether I can deposit this to my bank. But my bank's not local. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. But I had that problem just recently with Sandra when she sent me a check for just you could put in your bank. It worked. But yeah, but my bank is not local. I don't think. I don't think. I'll find out. I don't. Usually they got a way for you to make a deposit. I'm not sure, but I'll know one way or the other. Yeah, Ted, send me an email. Trashstarter@gmail.com. Let me put that up here. It don't hurt to have put my. I can't see this keyboard anymore. There's my email, folks. Oh, I gotta put it up there, don't I? Anyhow, I've been yapping for an hour and 10 minutes. I'll let you folks go. I wish the microwave was still working. I need to warm this coffee up. It done got cold on me. Off shelf thing. I wonder if these things are bad for me. It's just supplement, vitamin C drops, An excellent source of vitamin C in each drop helps support the immune system. 140 drops in here. Compared to Hall's Defense dietary ingredients. Um, now, I ate one a while ago. I wonder if there's any sugar in it. Let's see here. Total carbohydrate, 6 grams or 2%. Total sugar is 4 grams. There's not much in there. But it tastes good. They should make it like medicine where it don't taste good. That way you wouldn't start eating it like candy. Like I'm fixing to do. No, I ain't gonna do it either. I ain't gonna go stupid. Anyhow, anybody else? If I didn't talk to anybody directly, I apologize. See, Isabel, divine light, and divine light is not a lady, he is a man. He says I'm fine, old fart. Oh my God. Yeah, I do now. The drops are good for me. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Anyhow, I'm gonna have to get out of here. What time is it? Oh, it's after 10 o'clock. I appreciate y'all so much. So I'll see you in the next one, if the sun. I done forgot how I say that. I'll see you in the next one if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, and the creek showing up ain't gonna rise. Good night. Appreciate y'all. Now I gotta move my coffee before I sign off. How do I do? Oh, right there. Right there.